X4 pedestal. It's an air shock design. The coating is an anodized black material that is certainly robust enough to stand up in a marine environment. This is a 3700 model bucket seat with adjustable arms and adjustable bolster in the front, so you can lean up against this bolster and stand in addition to sitting fully in the seat. Our next job is to try to get it positioned fore and aft. We have a sliding mechanism here on the right side of the bottom of the seat. After we position it properly fore and aft, or starboard and port, we've got to get the vertical adjustment done correctly, but we're going to start with getting it in the right position on these box supports. All right, now we're to the point after we've gotten a comfortable fore and aft position for the flange and a port starboard arrangement, somewhat even with the distance to halfway between the center of the steering column and the binnacles. And now we've got to make a comfortable and ergonomic height adjustment for the ride height. The mechanism for the shock isolator is fully between the top of this X4 pedestal and the flange, and the way you mount it is allow this flange to go up and down, whatever your personal preference might be, within and below the flange. So I've got a full 8 inches of height adjustment that we can start with. And if you get it in a position that's close and you take a ride and you think you want to be up 3 more inches, then you can adjust it 3 inches higher, 2 inches higher. And in addition, there's also another piece that you can order, which is a spring mounted height adjustment that will allow you even more height adjustment above the isolator. So a little more about this combination of the X4 pedestal and the 3700 model bucket seat is that all of the metal is a hard anodized aluminum, and because it's anodized and not powder coated, you don't have to worry about chipping, you don't have to worry about marine oxidation, and it's going to hold up to the elements for years and years. The strength and thickness of this aluminum, all the metal on the support for the seat and for the X4 pedestal is thick, heavy gauge, military grade materials. Here's another detail for you. These seats don't come with hardware because everyone's boat is a little different. In my case, I've got to take into account 3/4 of an inch for the flange and probably an inch or an inch and an eighth of mounting surface. So that's where I came up with the length of these stainless bolts, and you need 6 of them per mount. All right, we got past the position where we decided fore and aft, starboard and port, and we drilled a pilot hole in the rear of the flange through the support box, so I can take the template after taking the mount and the seat off, and then we can place the template in place and then cut the hole and the remaining bolt fasteners as well. All right, we're going step by step here on getting the mounting plate in proper position. We've drilled a pilot hole here, and so that shows us our rear mounting bolt, and now we're going to use this flange template to make sure that we get all the mounting bolts in proper position. So for you guys that do a surface mount, you'd be finished with your installation once you've got these bolts in place. For those of us who need to recess the outer tube through the mounting flange so you can have a lower ride height, we're going to take the next step and cut this the hole out so we can properly recess that. All right, so we've pre-drilled the holes for the mounting bolts, and now after cutting out the center portion of the template, I've laid the template in the position that we've chosen for our mount, and I'm transferring with a Sharpie pin All right, folks, we've loosened all of these mounting bolts for the compression fitting around the outer body, between the mounting flange and the outer body. And once you loosen those, you can slide this mounting flange up and down to your desired ride height. And once we get it mounted in the hole, I'm going to tighten 2 or 3 of these bolts, get it in position, test it, and then move it up and down based on how comfortable it is. Just made a mess in the boat, and we've cut the hole to recess the outer flange, excuse me, the outer cylinder for the shock. We've mounted the mounting flange to the top of that outer cylinder, because I think that we're going to have a ride height that's about where we've ended up right here. We can certainly adjust it if we need to, but we've gotten to the point where I think we're very close and feels comfortable here at the helm. I've got the steering wheel right at the end of my arm. I've got the binnacle, my other controls, and we're going to tighten it up and get it close from here on. Now we have made a mess on the boat. We're fully installed. I've tested the front bolster. We've moved the armrests up and down. I can lock right in here with the bolster up, jump on the seat, bounce up and down. I can't wait to go out there on a not so rough ocean and test it, and then really have some fun on a rough ocean. See how this thing keeps my ride as flat as possible. We've run out of light for today, but the next step is the companion seat. So, and it's even cooler with these pistol grips, grab handles, you name it. I've got a position already picked out for it. So the guy riding second seat here can help me watch for crab pots.